Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.
Good news, y'all. Shakur Tupac Stevenson has agreed to fight Queen Ryan Garcia if he gets past Mario Barrios next weekend. And Ryan says that he's willing to fight Shakur at a catch weight of 144 pounds. Now, my question is, if you're Shakur Stevenson, why the hell would you want this to be your next fight? It's obviously for money. You was on Adin Ross's live stream on Kick with Terrence Buck Crawford, who was one of the GOATs, one of the greatest to ever do it. Shout out to Terrence Buck Crawford. And Adin Ross asked you, who would you like to fight next? The first person that you named was Queen Ryan Garcia. Now, Queen Ryan Garcia's fans, they're going to always bring up the Devin Haney fight because he dropped Devin Haney 3 times and he beat Devin Haney before we find out that he was on a whole lot of Ostarine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man got suspended for a year because he was on a banned substance. You know what I'm saying? And then he came back, and then his very next fight against Rolly Romero, almost everybody was picking Ryan Garcia to beat Rolly Romero. Like, even professional boxers, when they gave their predictions, they all thought Ryan was going to win, right? Ryan Garcia, you got dropped by Rolly Romero, and then you barely threw punches for the rest of the fight. You pretty much quit. The same thing you did against Gervonta Tank Davis, you did it again. You showed that when you don't have Ostarine in your system, when you don't come into a fight overweight, you're not a good boxer, brother. If you can't beat Rolly Romero, you're not an elite boxer. You know what I'm saying? So you got the loss to Tank. You got, and people give you a pass for the loss to Tank because you was on a rehydration clause. Then you got the no contest against Devin Debo Haney. Then you got a loss to Rolly Romero, and now you're fighting Mario Barrios, who is the weakest champion at 147. No disrespect to Mario Barrios, but brother, you just had a draw with a 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao that was out of the ring for like 4 or 5 years. So Mario Barrios, you shouldn't even be champion right now. Your last 2 fights ended in the draw. You know what I'm saying? So Shakur, this is basically a tune-up fight for you, bro. This is a cash grab because Ryan Garcia is one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. Him and Tank, they sold a lot of pay-per-views together when they fought. And you know if you fight Ryan Garcia, you're going to get a big payday. But after your fight against Teofimo Lopez, you said you wanted to fight Conor Benn. So which one is it? Do you want to fight Conor Benn or do you want to fight Ryan Garcia? Now, if you're going to fight Conor Benn first and then Ryan Garcia, I don't like either one of those fights. And I'm a fan of Conor. I like Conor Benn as a boxer. I picked Conor Benn to win that rematch. I think Conor Benn won the first fight against Chris Eubank Jr., so I like Conor Benn. But if you're if you're Shakur Tupac Stevenson, right, and you're chasing in the footsteps of your big brother Terrence Buck Crawford, this isn't something Terrence Buck Crawford would do. Terrence Buck Crawford beat Errol Spence, who was undefeated at the time, right? Many people thought Errol Spence, like myself, we thought Errol was going to win that fight, right? Then he moves up to 154, has a close fight against Israel Majamov, but the judges gave him the fight by unanimous decision. And then Terrence Buck Crawford moves up 2 weight classes to fight the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. No rehydration clause. So the fact that you want to fight Conor Benn with a rehydration clause, you want to fight Devin Haney with a rehydration clause, and now you're talking about fighting Queen Ryan Garcia, bruh. This makes me think that you're not really trying to fight the best fighters, bruh. You're not. You trying to get paid. You obviously trying to, cash out. You're trying to fight guys that you know you could beat. And it seems like you're trying to avoid stepping in that fire. Why don't you fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz, bruh? You at 140, you just won the belt at 140. They stripped your belt at 135. Shout out to Mauricio Suleiman. Why don't you fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz? Because Isaac Pitbull Cruz had a very competitive fight against your arch nemesis, Gervonta Tank Davis. Isaac Pitbull Cruz just had a very close fight against Lamont Rhodes Jr., and I think Pitbull won that fight. I think Pitbull versus Shakur would be a great fight. I would like that to be your next fight because Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he's a champion at 140. You're a champion at 140. That's a unification fight. I don't want to see you fight Ryan Garcia because I don't even think Ryan Garcia is going to beat Mario Barrios. I don't want to see you fight Conor Benn, because Conor Benn don't got no belt. Conor Benn just fought at what, 160 or something like that? I don't want to see you fight Conor Benn, bruh. So there's one person that you don't see Shakur mentioning, and that person is Debo Devin Haney. Devin Haney literally just called you out on Twitter and said he wants to fight you before he fights your little brother Keyshawn Davis, the man that you don't want to fight because you guys are butt buddies. Like, I'm telling y'all, bruh, like, these dudes really scared of Devin Haney, bruh. These dudes will call everybody's name publicly except for Devin Haney. That's one thing I got to give credit to Ryan Garcia. Even though Ryan Garcia cheated against Devin Haney, you got to give the man his respect that Ryan Garcia has shown that he's willing to fight anybody, bruh. Yeah, he may be on the Ostarine. He might be drinking Coronas and Modelo's during training camp. He might be on that booger sugar on that DMX, you feel me? But one thing about Ryan, he will step in the ring with you, win, lose, or draw. He will step in the ring with you and put it all on the line, bruh. These other fighters, they not built like that, bruh. Shakur, if you talking about fighting dudes, because Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, they're both at 147. You need to be going after the best fighter at 147, and that's Debo Devin Haney. He just beat the champ at 147. He just beat the best fighter at 147. That's who you should be trying to fight next. You talking about not stepping on Keyshawn Davis's toes, bruh. If Keyshawn Davis is really your homeboy, you should be telling Keyshawn Davis you shouldn't be fighting Devin Haney next because it don't make any sense. Keyshawn Davis, you don't even have 20 professional fights. You just had your first fight at 140. You fighting Devin Haney next doesn't make any sense. You should stay your ass at 140 and fight either Gary Antoine Russell or Richardson Hitchens, because Devin Haney is going to give you your first loss. So if that's really your little bro, you should tell little bro, you know what, little bro? Step to the side. Let me fight Devin Haney at 147. Because you ready to fight Devin. You and Devin is a 50-50 fight. You and Devin is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing right now. Since Gervonta Tank Davis is out of the picture, he's more focused on, cosplaying Ike Turner and Chris Brown back in the day. You and Dev is the biggest fight to make right now. And Devin literally just called you out and said he want to fight you next. But you talking about fighting Queen Ryan Garcia. You talking about fighting Conor Benn. Unbelievable, bro. This is why boxing is not one of the top sports in the world anymore, bro, because the fans don't get the fights that they want to see. And by the time that we do get the fights that we want to see, we don't care anymore, right? Like Terrence and Errol, we got that fight after we didn't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao, we got that fight when we didn't care anymore. We never got Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. We never got that fight. This is why boxing ain't one of the top sports no more, man. So I'm gonna keep calling out Shakur. Shakur, as long as you keep doing this duck shit that you're doing, bro, I'm gonna keep making videos about you. I'm gonna keep calling you out, bro, until you do what you're supposed to do. Cause you, like I said, you the one that said you want to take the place of Terrence Buck Crawford. You want to be the face of boxing, but you're doing the same thing Gervonta Tank Davis was doing, brother. I gotta call you out on that, bro. You kind of doing the same shit Tank was doing, bro. Taking easy fights that you're going to win and you're going to get a high payday. I can't respect it, man. With that being said, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, click that thumbs up button, click that hype button, and let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Do y'all really want to see Shakur Stevenson versus Queen Ryan Garcia, or Shakur Stevenson versus Conor X Ben? Y'all really want to see that bullshit? Let me know in the comment section. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.